Hello everyone. In this session, we will be creating a steady state solution of lead driven cavity flow. So today we will be focusing on these 4 points. First, we will start with understanding steady state incompressible flow solvers in OpenFOAM. Then we will start copying files between cases. Then we will set up convergence criteria in our steady state solver. Then at the end, we'll convert and simulate our lid driven cavity case using a steady state solver, and we will see the results in ParaView. Before going to the steady state part, let us summarize what we have learned in our spoken tutorial, the setting up a test case in OpenFOAM. So in that tutorial, we kind of know that we copied the cavity case in our run folder. Then we saw that there were 3 folders: 0, constant, and system. 0 folder contains all the boundary condition. Constant folder contains all the physical and transport properties which remains constant during the simulation. And third was system folder. In that, uh, it contains couple of dictionaries: blockmesh dictionary for the meshing and geometry data, then control dict for the simulation controls, and some other dictionaries as well. Now at the end, if you remember, we saw this result in the ParaView window. So the same results we will generate using a steady state solver. So let's move to the steady state solvers. So we have couple of steady state solvers in OpenFOAM. First one is a simple foam solver. So that solver we are going to use in our today's simulation, today's session. So it is basically used for steady state solving for incompressible and turbulent flows. We can also use this solver for laminar flow simulations. There are some other solvers available: porous, simple, and boundary foam, and other solvers. So icofoam solver and simple foam solver. Icofoam solver basically used for transient solver for incompressible and laminar flow, as we know from the spoken tutorial. Now we have another solver which is simple foam. So that solves for steady state simulations. So we will be using simple foam solver in this session. So to begin with any case file, what we first do is we go to the run directory and we copy tutorial case into that tutorial in that run directory. So the reason here is, if we start from scratch, it will be a very difficult to start, but when we copy a base case, uh, it will be easy to modify that case and we can run easily. So here in this problem, we'll be copying PIDS daily case from simple foam solver in our run directory. So to do that, what we'll do is we'll run these 2 commands in our terminal. Let me switch back to the terminal. Okay, I'll first go to the run directory using cd command, cd space $foam underscore run. Okay, so now I'm in my run directory. Now let me copy the PIDS daily case, cp-r $foam underscore tutorials. Then we have incompressible, then simple foam, then PIDS daily, then space and dot. So we are copying this PIDS daily case in our run directory. By hitting enter, I have copied the case file. If I'll type ls, you can see that with cavity I have now Pitts-Daly case. Okay. So moving on, Pitts-Daly case that we have copied is basically a backward facing step case that OpenFOAM has. Now in this case, as you can see, the uh, geometry is different, mesh is different, file flow is different. So here we need to modify this geometry and everything to make it for lid driven cavity. So to do that, before going to that, let us see the folder structure of both the case. So folder structure is more or less same. Zero, constant and system folder, both the case has. Now if you see, notice the difference in constant folder. In ICOFOAM solver, there is only transport properties, but here in Pitts-Daly case we have turbulence properties also. So here we need to specify that our simulation is laminar or our simulation is turbulent. So we will specify that while we will modifying the files, all the files. So now first thing, if you remember from the spoken tutorial, first we specify the first we decide the geometry, then we mesh it, then we go for the boundary conditions. Now if in our Pitts-Daly case, all the geometry is different, all boundaries are different and conditions are also different. So what we need to do is we need to modify it and we need to convert into this geometry and boundary condition. So to do that, what we will do is we'll copy two folders, blockmeshdict. So blockmeshdict will contain all the geometry and mesh and all this uh, uh, patch name and face name data. So by copying blockmeshdict file, we can copy the mesh and geometry data. Now second thing is zero folder. Now zero folder contains all the boundary conditions. So this boundary condition will remove and will replace with this boundary condition. So that's the first two step that we will do. So to do that, we have couple of commands to run. First we copy zero folder to the Pitts-Daly case. So to do that, I'll go to the terminal. Now from cavity case, I have to copy zero folder to Pitts-Daly case. So I'll run copy command cp-r cavity, then zero folder, and we need to copy into Pitts-Daly. So by hitting enter, it will copy the zero folder into our Pitts-Daly case. Second thing we have to copy is blockmeshdict file. So I'll type cp space cavity system, then blockmeshdict file, then I'll copy into Pitts-Daly and system. Now if you notice here, I used -r after cp command in while copying the zero folder. So while copying the folder, we need to specify -r after cp command, but when we are copying files, for example this blockmeshdict file, we don't need to specify -r after cp command. So by hitting enter, I have copied a blockmeshdict file and zero folder. Now this Pitts-Daly case become a cavity case, so we will change the name of this Pitts-Daly case to cavity underscore steady. So by mv command I can do that. Pitts-Daly will become cavity underscore steady. Now if I type ls, it will give me the list. So I have now cavity and cavity steady. So this is my now case file. Okay. So basically our folder structure is this one, zero constant system folder. All the files are set, the boundary and geometry file. So our case is now this. So let's move to the cavity steady folder. So I'll go into that using cd command, cavity underscore steady. Okay, so now we are in the cavity steady folder. Now we have already specified the geometry and boundary conditions. The second thing is correcting the transport properties. So here viscosity in this file, the pitch daily is different. So we need to change it to 0.01 to make it as a cavity case. So to do that, I'll type gedit, then constant, then transport properties, hit enter. So here as you can see, the file has different value. I'll change it to 0.01. I'll save the file, close it. The second step is, if you remember, we need to specify whether our simulation is laminar or turbulent. So currently it is a turbulent case. We need to say that it's a laminar case. So let's do it in the terminal. So gedit, then constant, turbulence properties, hit enter. And here in simulation type, instead of RAS, I'll type laminar. I'll save the file and close it. Okay, so now we have already set up the constant folders, constant parameters. Now second and third thing is control dict file. So if you open the control dict file, you will see these different lines similar to the cavity case. So here first thing, application which is solver name, which is simple form. Then second thing is start time. All these commands, all these parameters, you know. Now in the icofoam folder, icofoam solver, the start time is the actual time, but here in the steady state simulation, it is actually a iteration number. So starting iteration will be 0 and ending iteration will be 2000. Now here delta t1 is not the actual time step, but it is the number of iteration that it has to uh, do during the simulation. So it will run 0 to 1, 1 to 2, likewise till 2000 seconds, 2000 iteration. Okay, so after that we need to specify the convergence criteria. So to do that, we'll go into the system and FE solution file. If I'll open my terminal, gedit system FE solution. Here you can see all the way down to the simple parameter, there are these lines. So this P and U are the uh, residual controls. So it will converge after this value. So these values I have specified. If you want to make more convergence, precise convergence, you can change these values, but here I'll keep it as it is. Now other than that, we need to specify these two different values. Now these two values are uh, basically for the closed systems. So whenever we want to specify closed system with incompressible flows, pressure is always relative. So to define that, we need to specify reference level of pref values and the pref cell. So the cell value and the pref value we need to specify. So here I am specifying 0 0. I'll have to type it manually. Pref cell and 0, pref value 0. I'll save this file, close it. So now we have already changed all the uh, modifications are done. Now we can go to the running part. So remember one thing, that whenever you are running a command in OpenFOAM, go to the main case directory. Now main case directory here is cavity underscore steady. So I'll have to go into cavity underscore steady. I have to confirm this, that I am in this folder. Now I can run all the commands. Now which command do I have to run? So if you remember from the cavity case tutorial, uh, block mesh command, simple form command and paraform command, these three commands we run to simulate the results. Now block mesh command is for meshing the block, that will mesh the block and it will give the result of a geometry and decomposed domain. Now after that we need to run a solver, type the solver name, and previously it was icofoam, now we are using simple form solver. So we'll type simple form and it will start simulating, and right after that we need to type paraform to see the results in paraview. So I'll do it one by one in my terminal. I'll type block mesh. As you can see, moving wall, fixed wall and front and back faces are there. Okay, now I'll type simple form, hit enter. That will start simulating and it is already simulated. If you can see here, simple solution converged in 21 iteration. So what does it mean is, it is not solving till 2000 iteration. The value for the convergence criteria we gave is converged, it reached in the 21 iteration. So by that we have our converged solution, and we can see that in our paraview using paraform command, and that will open the paraview window where we can see visualize the results. So here in the properties panel, before hitting the apply button, we will go to down to the all the files folder, all the options. So here in the mesh parts, we'll deselect everything and then select internal mesh. In the volume fields, we only need velocity and pressure. So make sure you deselect all other fields and click on the apply button. So now our geometry we can see as a square cavity. Now if I'll go to the uh, velocity contour, it will give me this file. I'll go to the end iteration, last iteration, which is 21 second, and this gives me the exact same results of the cavity case that we solved in our icofoam solver. So by this way we can convert a transient simulation to a steady state simulation. Close the window, close the terminal. So thanks for watching. Signing off.